Alright guys, this is the third time I've shot this video today. It just doesn't seem to want to do what I wanted to do. I was using my old iPhone with the wide angle lens and it didn't look right. So I set my tripod up a little bit differently and I set it back up, and then the audio was all screwed up. Because I don't know what it is, sometimes when I use these lenses I get a lot of like audio feedback, like almost static. It has to be with the lenses. It has to be something to do with this piece of metal being screwed into the phone. Let me raise you guys up just a little bit. Right about there. That ought to do it. Just a little bit. So anyway, third time today that I'm shooting the same video. Look what's finished. It's done. 2017, maker's marks right there. The edge is done. This is actually the first complete one. Sharpened, sheath, ready to go. This one is going to a friend of mine who's in the military. He requested it. It's done to his specifications. I am going to get this out to him in the next day or so. As soon as I get a hold of him, he tells me he's ready to come get it, or I'll take it to him. He wanted it just like this. Now, I didn't do any mirror polish because it's just, I learned my lesson. It's so hard. I wound up spending so much time. I thinned that blade out so much just by polishing by hand. It was thinner than I wanted it, actually, to tell you the truth, at the edge and tip, because I was doing hand satin and this hand polishing, and it just, once you get a scratch in 20 CV at a higher grit and drop down to a lower grit, it's a nightmare to try and get out. So what I did was I basically just did a belt satin and then polished over it. So this one is done. It's going out. It has been sharpened. It is done. Now, I'm not working here today on the 4th of July. I sharpened this last night when I got home, actually, at about 8:30, 9 o'clock. I was going to drive Lyft for the whole night, but it's really, I was spending a lot of time sitting, and so I said, screw it, I'm going home. Everything about this was done by me. The handles were pinned. The handles were made by me. I didn't make the handle material, but I made the handles. I ground the blade. This is the second one that I actually did by myself. Elliot helped me with my very first one, the one that's going to my friend Billy. Showed me how he does the edge grinds, or blade grinds. I watched him, I learned from him. He actually did some hands on his own. This is how I would do this knife. I designed the knife because I've talked about it in a couple other videos. I never really liked the combat knives that were available. Some of the K-bars and things like that. Well, K-bars are great, but they were designed for a different era of combat. And I've taken martial arts, and so I took the things that I would want. And since no one was making a knife I wanted, I made my own. Plenty of finger choils, thin profile, not heavy, nice thick blade stock, so it's going to be resilient. The steel I use is 20 CV. You've heard me talk about 20 CV. It's got a nice swell here, nice big choil here where you can get in on it. But the nice thing about that is also, once you come around in reverse grip, you have a thumb ramp right here for reverse grip if you want it. It is all the things that I would have wanted in a fixed blade, but really no one else was doing, so I decided to do it. I put it all together. I have 2 more of these. One of them is going to be a raffle. Keep your eyes out for that. That's the one that somebody had ordered and then backed out, and I was stuck with it, so I did it in black and copper. But yeah, this is done. It's going to go to the customer. I will take some pictures. You've already seen the pictures. I'm going to put pictures at the beginning of the video, I think, on this one, so we can see it. I just want to wipe it down. But yeah, I'm really proud of how this turned out and how it ended up. I have one of these that has not been claimed that I can still grind. And the other, I have another one named for my friend Billy at Strategic Defense. I just have to get with him. His needs a sheath. This sheath, I'm going to give the owner the option to upgrade his sheath when he comes back, because this sheath is, well, it's an awesome sheath. Robert did a good job on it. It's just still not 100% what I would want. So I found out after Robert started on this that there's a Kydex guy, 4th of July beer. There's a Kydex guy that Pip Corona told me about and gave me the information, that can do it, and he does it by blade length. So I haven't ever even really measured these. I should probably do that. I'm sure someone's going to have a question. So overall length on these, I'm not sure about. But your blade length is right at, if I could get the right side of this, right at about 4 3/4 for the blade, for the full length of the blade. The actual sharpened portion of that, which is going to be right about 3.5, little over 3.5, just barely. So overall length, you're looking at, this is a 6-inch rule. Overall length, you're looking at about 9.25, just about 9.25 inches overall length, with a forget what I said, whatever I said earlier, length, cutting edge, and blade. So it's not huge, but it's also not tiny. I mean, you're talking about something comparable. There's a Sebenza. So you're talking about something that's not so much larger than a Sebenza, but a fixed blade, but with a lot of capabilities of what you can do with it. Because if you look at that blade stock thickness compared to the stock thickness on a Sebenza, imagine what you can do with this. A lot. Can do a lot. So, yep. That's it, guys. 7 minutes. I didn't want it to be 7 minutes. I didn't want to have to shoot this video 3 times. I just want to get this done. But I'll take some pictures of it so you guys can see it. And yeah, I'm pretty proud of these and how they're coming out, and how I've progressed. So this is, some of them are going to be, the other 2 I have are lightning strike carbon fiber. I have that one that's got lightning strike carbon fiber, the copper and black two-tone. I'll put pictures of it next to this one. If anyone is interested in that, I'm planning on doing a raffle. Let me know who all's interested on my channel so that I can make sure you guys know when I'm going to do the raffle. I think my friend Mark and I are going to do that raffle. He owns his own company where he makes vapes, high-end vapes and things like that. He's really into knives as well. So he's going to help me do a raffle to get the other one done. I just have to sharpen it and get a sheath on it. So I probably should get off my ass and do that. So, all right, guys. Like I said, I can't tell you how much I appreciate all the support you guys give me. I've got to do a video for a shout out for the guys that subscribed to the Patreon, that signed up for the Patreon. There was one guy, James, from England. I've got subscribers all over the world now. It's cool. I have subscribers in different countries. It's kind of cool. So at any rate, I will do that in the next video. I also still owe you guys a full knife collection video, and I owe you guys a video that I promised I was going to do about knives I would never get rid of. If I get a wild pair of my ass and I get bored, I might do that one later, but not the full knife collection. That's one that I have to prep for. So, all right, guys, take it easy. Have a happy 4th of July. Be safe. Don't drink and drive. I would much rather get a call at 1 o'clock in the morning to go pick up a friend than a call at 3 o'clock in the morning that my friend is dead. That's, use your fucking heads. All right, I'll talk to you guys later, and I'll see you next time.